Hey everybody, how's it going? So today I think a fitting video topic is me explaining why I play this game. Also, before I dive into my reasons, which are on our trusty notepad behind me, I want to ask you, why do you play? So in a future video, I will also detail the series of events that led me to playing the game, but that's a conversation for another day. I'll be curious in that video to hear about how you got into Ultimate Team. I got in really late, really late. I started playing this game 2.5 years ago. But let's dive in. The number one reason by far that I play this game at all, started playing and continue to play, is because of my cousins. Okay. My two best friends are two of my cousins. We chat and laugh and be silly every day, either through a group chat or in person. We play soccer multiple times a week, right? I love my whole family. We have family events frequently, right? One of them is older than me, one of them is younger than me, and both of them have been playing Ultimate Team for way longer than I have. Ultimately, they got me into the game. Talk about that later. And because I have, basically the people who I spend the most time with essentially and socialize with the most, they play the game. It's a common sort of interest, the sport of soccer, football, right? And the simulator that we play, there's something in common there. So that's reason number one, by far the most relevant one. Now, also, I am a competitive person, okay? And this is a very competitive game, right? I like to use the game as a competitive outlet. Now, the problem, we won't get into it too much, right? The problem is it's not rewarding. There's a lot of RNG in this game, but nonetheless, it's very competitive, and I like competition. Okay. So the third reason is that when I go to practice, I have now organized, and this is probably partly because, I'm OCD, let's say, or you could call it highly organized or whatever. Okay. Probably some combination of both of those things. I have an organized list of various skill moves that I like, that I would either use in this game or in real life. And there's differences between the two, right? Some are more effective in this game than they are in real life, and vice versa. But I have a bit of a document for myself to refer to when I want to practice. Okay. It makes it a bit more efficient. It enhances my practice. I can easily refer back to the inputs that are in the game, and I can execute those skill moves on the pitch. Another reason number four, it's not the strongest reason for me as to why I play. It is the least relevant reason for me personally, but it's a major reason for a lot of people. And that is that you feel like you are utilizing your favorite world-class players on the video game, right? There's something about that where you sort of identify with that and it brings you some sort of joy. I'll give you an example. I am a fan of Griezmann, and I feel like my play style at a much lower level than La Liga level of play, like he is, world class, top of the food chain, at a much different level of competition. I feel like that's the player that I resemble my game after. He builds plays, he contributes defensively, he has defensive awareness. I really, really love that about Antoine Griezmann. I respect that, and that's why at this point in time, 95% of my coins that I've earned so far in this game cycle in 25 went to the special version of Griezmann. It happens to be 4-star as well, which leads me to point number 5 and the last main reason that I play the game, which is that at some point I decided, hey, there's these stats you can search on websites, right? You can look at player stats, you can look at their play styles, skill moves, weak foot, and you can assess that for yourself. What are my stats like? If I were like a gold card, let's just say, what would my strengths and weaknesses be? Which stats would I excel in? Which stats wouldn't I excel in? Right? It's good to kind of reflect on that, in my opinion. Also, play styles. This year, there's play styles, right? So let's say for me, if out of all the play styles that are available, let's say I can identify 6 or 7 that are at silver. And maybe if I'm feeling generous, I could pick one of them to be gold, right? Everyone has different play styles. Maybe they feel like they're especially good at one play style, and you could say, hey, I got that play style on gold. right? It's a fun way to look at it. And then lastly, you have skill moves weak foot, right? For me personally, 4-star, 4-star. I'm not good at 5-star skill moves. I'm not good at elasticos, stuff like this. I know multiple players that are extremely good players that are 5-star skill move players. They're dribbling gods. They can genuinely say they have 5-star skill moves. There are also rare players who have 5-star weak foot. Okay. And then obviously there are players who are 3-star, 2-star, whatever, in either of those categories and whatever. But I'm just saying, give yourself an honest assessment and you can reflect on yourself and see what are you good at, what aren't you good at, what could you improve with. So that's pretty much it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. And I will see you in the next video. To those of you who are on board with me, I appreciate you very much. Take care.